I have had news from an anonymous source that you have been sabotaging your curly hair journey. Which is funny because I really thought you wanted your curls back this time. If you've clicked on this video and decided to watch it, I'm gonna guess that a small part of you is not where you wanna be yet on your curly hair journey. And a part of you does still wanna get your curls back, but you just keep getting derailed. I'm gonna raise a few things in this video that I think might be throwing you off course, and some of these you might have not thought of before. And before getting into this video, I just want to quickly disclaim that I'm not a professional hairstylist or a trichologist. I do my best to educate myself online, but I myself am not qualified in that space. So when I'm referencing things in this video, please know that it either comes from my personal story or experience, or from my friends around me, people I interact with online. So when it comes to things like hair loss or maybe nutrition affecting your hair in some way, I'm not qualified to help you with that, and definitely always go and see a professional for things in that area. Okay, let's get into the video. As you've seen on my channel, I do wear slick back hairstyles from time to time. I do like them on myself, and I do find them an easy way to kind of manage greasy or like a bad hair day. And personally for me, from the age of about 3 to 16-ish, I had my hair slicked back multiple times every single week with gel in a tight bun for ballet. So I do have personal experiences of the damages that these sorts of hairstyles can cause your hair. So as mentioned, I'm going to refer to mainly my personal story and some people and friends around me, but having slick back buns from the age of 3 to like 16 on and off every single week made me realize how fragile the front of my hair is. Now, I knew I had curly hair at this time, but I wasn't necessarily embracing my curls, but I saw how affected this front part of my hair was. Firstly, my hair started to recede, so I lost hair at the front from tension manipulation and scraping that brush and that gel hard sitting on my scalp. So that was the first bad thing. And what I actually found was when I did wear it curly, that front section of my hair was pretty much straight and the rest was curly. So I did somehow manipulate the texture there and kind of straightened it out a bit. Secondly, I noticed a lot of breakage in like the mid shaft section, kind of the back of my hair. And I started to see how frizzy and broken that back section was. And this is because when it was being pulled round into a really tight elastic, and bear in mind, I wasn't using like silk or satin scrunchies in these days. I was using those hard, rubber elastic type bands, and my hair was just snapping around that area. Now, the interesting thing about this experience was when I was looking in the mirror with this slick back bun, all of a sudden I felt like at peace, because I felt my hair looks like everyone else now. Specifically in my dance class, my dance school, there may have been a few people with curly hair, like I can't completely remember, but for the most part I do remember mainly people having straight hair. And unlike school, when my hair was kind of out and doing its own thing, I felt like I fit in. And this was kind of problematic in a way because I became more inclined to slick my hair back. I didn't have to worry about frizz anymore because it was off my face, and I kind of felt like I looked like everyone else around me. Now, the obvious point here is I was probably causing mechanical damage on my hair, which is why it was falling out at the front and why it was going straighter at the front. And secondly, I was probably causing a lot of scalp issues because I would revert to that hairstyle, overwashing my hair because I just couldn't be bothered. But the not so obvious point here is that I became so used to looking at myself in the mirror with sleek hair, with my hair slick back. I wasn't really used to seeing my hair out, and I wasn't used to working out a way to embrace my frizz or manage it in a way that still required having my hair out. So for me at that time, I only felt comfortable with my hair if it was slicked back in a bun or if it was straightened. Both of those things, doing them frequently, the only go-tos for my hair, meant that I was causing a serious amount of damage. And we haven't even got on to the decade yet where I completely ruined my hair from bleach and other things. So to summarize, there's nothing actually wrong with slick back hairstyles from time to time. I still do them. I like how they look on me. They are a nice option if you don't want to have to do your hair all the time and you just want it back off your face in a cute style. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you are going to that as a regular go-to for your hair, and you're someone that's on your curly hair journey and you're trying to reach optimum hair health, this is going to derail you because 1, you may be causing mechanical damage doing this every day. 2, you're getting used to yourself in the mirror with slick back hair, and it might become more of a challenge to help and accept your natural frizz in a healthy way. But if you're sitting here thinking, I need options to have my hair off my face for work and things like that, click this video here. It's 10 curly hairstyles for work. So 10 different curly hairstyles that aren't necessarily slicking your hair back, but they're ways to embrace your curls but have them out of the way and off your face for certain work environments. Chapter 2. You're obsessed with having long hair. For years and years, I have wanted long hair, and I've never really known, why do I want long hair? Why do I care so much? The lengths that I went to try and get long hair were crazy. So I went through a phase at high school where I didn't straighten my whole hair. I would leave some of it wavy, kind of curly, because it was quite damaged at this point. But I didn't have time to straighten my whole hair. So what I would do is leave my hair naturally, and I would just straighten this inside layer to kind of extend the length of my hair because I thought I looked nicer if my hair was longer. But little did I know, because I was damaging my hair so much, it was just breaking off the ends. So it was actually getting shorter and shorter. So it wasn't doing anything. And then I would start to get damage in the inside area. So it was breaking off up here after a while. And then I went through a phase of getting extensions. I would be in Sally's Beauty regularly getting new extensions because I was straightening the extensions so much that I would damage them as well. And why was I so obsessed with having long hair? I also think a big contributor was what was in the media at that time. Like, who was I looking up to growing up? And most of the people I was looking up to, and most of the people around me, didn't have curly hair. They had long, straight, silky hair. I would do anything within my means to get my hair to look longer. And the only way I could get my curls to look longer was straightening them. As I've gotten older, and I'm now in my 30s, and I'm very happy with my hair, I've got to the point where I would much rather take hair health over hair length. I would love to see my hair longer. I would like to still have long hair. I'm not saying I no longer want that, but like, I've recently got my hair cut a few days ago and it's looking shorter because my hair is shrinking up more. My curls are a bit healthier. I took a tiny bit on the length, but I can see they have gone up, you know, a few inches in shrinkage. And now I actually love that. When my hair springs up, immediately my brain goes, wow, my hair's so healthy. Like, my curls are really springy, they're bouncy. Like, I do routines to make my hair shorter in a way because I want my hair more defined. So whilst I would love the idea of having long hair, I'm really enjoying my hair springing up more. So it's kind of, what are you striving for? Because if your hair is naturally curly, the healthier it is, the likelihood is the shorter it might be because it's going to be springing up than where your hair would fall if it was straight or wet. I don't know what you would say, like whether I have long hair now, medium hair or short hair. I'd say it's about here. Can you see? I've recently had it cut a few days ago. For me to actually have my curls fall here, my hair is gonna have to be considerably long. I have already experienced the last 3-4 months of my hair being, I felt like was quite long for me, like the longest it's been in a really long time. And I was getting pretty frustrated with that. I was getting my hair caught in zips. I finally realized that I quite enjoy my hair this length. So for years I've been trying to strive for this really long hair. And for what? I love long hair, I think it looks beautiful, but I love short hair. Me wanting long hair so much growing up meant that I was doing anything to get my hair long, but those things were actually damaging or kind of derailing me from getting healthy hair, you know, straightening the inside of my hair or just straightening my hair full stop to make it look longer, getting extensions. Extensions caused me to have hair loss because I neglected my scalp. If you're really obsessed with long hair and you're not willing to kind of go on your curly hair journey because you know it's going to shrink your hair, you're much better off just embracing the shrinkage and enjoying your hair being healthy and focusing on that as opposed to the length of it. Chapter 3. Thinking your curls don't go with your outfit. I disagree, but I understand why people might be thinking in a certain way in regards to this. I did a little research before this video and I went onto social media and I typed in "my curls don't look good with my outfit" to see like how many people were speaking about this. Like, do people actually think this? So many videos came up of people saying my hair doesn't look good in this season because it doesn't go with any of these seasonal outfits. This is actually a bit upsetting because if you really like want to embrace your hair, I'm hoping it's because you want to embrace you and like your own identity, right? Find clothes that fit you. Don't try to fit yourself to clothes. You shouldn't have to feel like you have to go and straighten your hair or change it to make it fit a set of clothes. Maybe it's people envision certain outfits like on Pinterest, and people envision not just the outfit as the thing that they want to copy or wear, but the entire person. If I'm relating this back to how I used to think when I was a lot younger, there was one stage where I must have been 13, maybe, I don't know. But I was obsessed with Hilary Duff, like Lizzie McGuire, and I looked nothing like her. But I remember growing up thinking, I love her style. I wish I could look like her. And I think the thought process was, I just wanted to be a little pop star. Like, I just wanted to be like her. But how I translated that was not just I want her whole outfit, I also want her long blonde hair and I want her lifestyle and like everything she's doing. It wasn't just the style, it was like the whole aesthetic. And I just looked up to her because I was just a kid and she was just on TV, and I love Lizzie McGuire. So I do think like when people aspire to like certain styles and trends, people are looking at the whole person, including their hair. I think everyone will have their own personal experience with this, but as I said, I'm just referring to my personal experience. And for me at that specific time, there just weren't enough curly hair representations in the media. I'm sure if there was someone that I looked up to that had curly hair at that time, I really wonder if a lot would have changed if there was just one singular person with curly hair that I looked up to. It's really interesting to think about. And I do sometimes get messages from mums on Instagram, sometimes on YouTube, just saying like their daughters follow me that are the age that I was then. And it honestly is so special to know that I can maybe give them a reason to keep wearing their hair curly. So special, I love that. Anyway, since then I have come a long way, like with feeling confident in my hair and feeling pretty. So I do think that confidence has a large part to do with this. In a recent Q&A on my channel, I actually did address this question and go into a bit of detail on how to feel pretty with curly hair. And I referenced my personal experience and what I did to actually just feel confident with my hair after years of neglecting my curls. And if you can reach that place of confidence with your curly hair, I think you'll get to a point when you realize it actually has nothing to do with your outfit. And the outfit or accessory doesn't control me. Like, an outfit doesn't now determine if your hair should be curly or straight. Like, your curls go with everything that you enjoy wearing. I think it has everything to do with confidence. Chapter 4. Risk of comparison. There are a few different areas in this I want to quickly cover, but firstly, I want to talk about when you see another curly creator or someone else straighten their hair and you suddenly look at that and think, okay, it's fine to straighten them. For the record, because I just want to say this because a lot of my friends who are curly creators frequently blow out their hair and straighten it. I want to say that firstly, there is nothing wrong with them doing that, like whatsoever. There's also nothing wrong with you straightening or blowing out your hair. However, if you're an individual that has really damaged your hair and you're desperately trying to revert back to healthier hair from hair damage, this is really going to set you back. Like, if you are straightening your hair every now and again and your hair is really damaged, it's going to do you way more harm than it is any of these other people that you're seeing online. A lot of the people that you watch straighten and blow out their hair from time to time, they've probably dedicated hours and hours of time into getting their hair back to full health. So for those people to go and blow out their hair and straighten it and also look after their hair in the process with bonding treatment and nourishing oils and things, you're probably not going to notice any kind of hair damage in them, and you're going to notice them revert back to curly routines because they can bounce back from straight hair because they have healthy hair and that's what they've been focusing on. It's all about knowing like when the right time is to do it, because maybe you're in that critical stage where it's just so important that you're nursing your hair back at the minute. Don't get confused online and thinking, okay, let's just incorporate the straightener every now and again. Just wait until the point where you can confidently say, my hair is a lot healthier now. So straightening my hair once in a while and, you know, using a bonding treatment and some oils and heat protection, it's not really going to do much, and it's nice to switch it up. That is a different scenario. I do have a friend that does curly content creation, and I'm not going to mention their name, but they recently, well, in the last kind of 6 months, straightened their hair, and they told me that they really regret doing that because they actually noticed a change in their curl pattern from one time straightening their hair. And this is just one individual, but I think sometimes the damage can kind of creep up on you, and you might slowly just see a decrease in curl pattern or stringy bits at the bottom. I would just advise that you wait to a point where you're completely confident that your hair's at hair health, and that way straightening it every now and again isn't going to sabotage anything. And then the second part of this comparison chapter is just generally comparing yourself to other people online that maybe have curly hair that you're aspiring to be. I have touched on this in a few videos, and I do feel the need to repeat it fairly often because I think it's a really easy trap to get into. The reason I think this is a bit of a trap is because if you're following someone because you aspire to also get your curls back from damage, like that might be why you're following me. If you're actually striving to get my exact curl density, shape, pattern, and that's not actually your natural genetic hair type, you're never going to arrive there, and it will just be frustrating on your journey, and you will get stuck in this comparison game. The ironic thing about this is it's like you kind of start on this journey with the right intentions to embrace your hair again, but then you get caught up in this, but my hair doesn't look like theirs, and that's the end goal, but that's their natural state. What is yours? Like, try to work out where you're trying to get back to, because if you're not careful, you'll start with the right intentions, but halfway through you'll actually get caught up in this desire to look like other people again, like you may have felt when you used to straighten your hair. But really, we want to take it back to like getting to who we really are. Like, what's my natural hair state and how can I enhance it and feel confident with that, rather than striving for someone else's. And onto the final reason why I feel like you might be sabotaging your curly hair journey is because you don't know how to protect your hair at night, or you just don't know how to make your curls last. If you don't know how to do this, you will find it tiring because you put all this effort into a wash day for you to have to do it again the next day because they didn't last overnight. Now, this can really be an issue because you will get into the habit of constantly refreshing your hair, constantly washing it and doing your routine over again. You will get fed up with it after a while, and it will just be so much easier for you to go back and straighten it because it's predictable. You know how it's going to look when you wake up. I would make sure that if you're serious about trying to get your curls back and you do really want to embrace them, I would find a way that works for you to protect your hair at night so that you can feel confident that when you put in effort into a wash day, you can see that throughout the week. You can get up in the morning and you kind of know how your hair's going to look. I'll link a video here on how I protect my hair at night and a video here on 10 curly hairstyles for work. Quick, easy ways that you can put your curls up in the morning that actually look good. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I really hope you found it helpful. Please let me know in the comments what you thought. Give the video a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more curly content from me. I'll see you next week. Bye.